Welcome back, everybody. So we have another gear review. This is the Woodsman Wedgie from Reliance Outfitters, David Canterbury's store. And basically what this is this is a tool, a lightweight tool that allows you to baton or split up wood without having to carry an axe or a hatchet. Speaking for myself, the idea of adding more weight to my pack at my age, just no. So when I saw Dave did his little video, his introduction to this, I thought I'd get one and give it a try. But before we get on that, let's look at the stats on this. It's available on the Reliance Outfitters store online for $49.95 at the time of this review. It's made of 6000 series aluminum, weighs 8 ounces. It has this checkered pattern to help grip the wood when you drive it in. This threaded hole that allows you to attach a handle so you keep your hand away from where you're swinging. And it's got a bow drill divot on each side. I don't do a bow drill, so we won't be covering that too much. I did note other reviewers pointed out the divot's a little shallow and they would have preferred it deeper. We've got the scale set up to pounds. One thing I neglected to say about this fine tool is it is American made, 100% machined, made in the USA. So let's weigh it. Look at that. 8 ounces, exactly what Dave said on his website. So that's great. Let's set it to metric. And it comes in at 228 grams. Significantly lighter than an axe, let me tell you. So we're on to the next step, which is we're going to attach a handle to it and we're going to try it out. How you attach a handle to this is you take a stick that's pretty close to this diameter. This one's a little bit bigger, which is just perfect. And you whittle this down just a little bit to fit in here, and you crank it in that really tight threads. So I'm going to go ahead and take my blade, and I'm going to whittle this down partly. Just enough to fit in there. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Got it in. Now I need to crank it down. And that's good. So there it is, mounted, ready to go. So let's get a piece of wood up here and see how it does on splitting. So we got our 2.5 to 3 inch piece of black walnut here. And it's only been seasoning for about 4 months. So we're going to give it a try. I have a nice piece of wood here I'm going to use as a baton. And we're going to see if this 6000 series aluminum holds up. Woo! I'm beating on that thing. Well, the edge is still good. It's starting to split. Look at that. Split it right down the middle. There's the heartwood. So let's quarter these pieces. And if you know anything about black walnut, it's pretty damn hard. So there's that quartered. Looking good. Let's quarter this other piece. And there's our wood, all quartered up, looking good. We have a 3-inch diameter piece of black walnut that's been seasoning for about 4 months, so it's not completely dry. But if you know anything about black walnut, it's pretty ridiculously hard. I got my piece of wood here I'm going to use as a baton. I've already batoned one piece, so we're going to try it again. We're going to see how we're doing. Look at that, batoned it right down the middle to the heartwood. Wow. So I'm going to try quartering that piece. We're going to quarter this piece. I quartered up 2 pieces of wood, 3 inches in diameter, and let's take a look at the tool. So, the edge is still in good shape. It's not deformed or anything. You can see there where I was beating on it. No deformities at all. Wow, that held up like a champ. And it's so light. You could also use this wedge to help fell a tree if you were using a saw. Also, you could use this wedge. You see how I quartered these? You could take one of those boards and split actually a flat out of there for a bow drill set if you were so inclined. Me, I don't do bow drills anymore. Too old for that nonsense. I like matches. So, all in all, I'm pretty impressed. It is impressive. For $50, USA made tool. The machining on it is just excellent. I mean, if you've been around tools at all in your life, you can tell when they really take pride in doing something, and this is just machined perfectly. Just gorgeous. So, if you want to add something to your bushcraft toolkit, maybe the Woodsman Wedgie is the way to go. Also, this flat side here, you could do it up like this and actually use that to drive wooden tent stakes into the ground like a hammer. I wouldn't hit this with anything metal. It's not designed for that. You will mess it up. That's why we use this piece of wood like a hammer. So wooden mallet, rawhide mallet, something like that, yeah. But very impressive, very cool tool. Highly recommended. Big thumbs up. So that's all for the Woodsman Wedgie. I'll see you out in the woods.